वेलकम बैक टू अनदर व्लॉग गाइस। आज हम लोग हैं एम्स्टर्डम में इन आवर सेकंड लास्ट डे एंड आज हम लोग ने सोचा लेट्स डू अ सीनिक टूर ऑफ द सिटी, नॉट जस्ट द सिटी बट ऑल्सो आउटसाइड ऑफ द सिटी। सो वी गोइंग टू थ्री प्लेसेस। एक तो है विंडमिल टूर विच विल बी ज़ांसे शांस, the other one are two historic villages हैं आसपास ही. So we've taken a tour. There were many tours to choose from because काफ़ी यहाँ पे historic and very beautiful villages around Amsterdam, in all of Netherlands. तो we'll be taking our journey. We'll be starting our journey from Amsterdam Central. वहीं से एक I think bus ride है to a certain place, then a ferry ride between two villages. So there's a lot being planned during the day. A total of 6 hours is what it'll take, and we'll be starting our journey at 12 and hopefully finishing by 6 in the evening. Let's get started.
सो हमने एक दिन पहले ही हमारी टिकट्स खरीद ली थी फ्रॉम द सिटी. द नेक्स्ट डे वी वर आस्क्ड टू रिपोर्ट एट एम्स्टरडम्स सेंट्रल स्टेशन एट 11:45 शार्प बिकॉज ये जो टूर है दैट स्टार्ट्स एट 12 नून शार्प. दे डोंट एक्सेप्ट एनी डिलेज. अगर आप लेट पहुंचते हैं तो दे लीव, दे डोंट वेट फॉर यू. So by 12, all of us were boarded and we were handed headsets as they provide information along the way. Entire tour pay, you can opt your language of English, say, and then the entire tour has a very infotainment across. So हमने ये windmill and countryside tour opt किया था, which was for 47 euros per person. A totally worth 6 hour long tour. पूरा दिन निकल जाता है इसमें, which is the best option that we wanted. इनके और भी tours हैं that start from 10 euros. So you have multiple choices to choose from. But since we wanted a long tour, which would last a whole day, we opted for this one.
Put your mobile on time or your watch, so then we'll be at the same place on the same time.
Guys, लो हम लोग का tour begin हो चुका है. The first stop is Zaanse Schans. So windmills have been a very integral part of Dutch history. 1607 में पहला windmill बना था. The whole reason for windmill was to do a lot of stuff. सबसे पहला जो था वो था to cut wood. पहला जो windmill बना था 1607 में, that was जो ship building time हुआ करता था during the 17th century. That used to be around 3 to 6 months. How the windmill helped them was to cut down that time to 1 month, just 1 month. And that's how they sort of started conquering the world, because yahin se Dutch East India Company, which was the largest company at that time, started, and they started conquering the world. They opened up paths from Europe to other parts of the world, and that's how they started reaching. So they discovered Australia, which was New Holland back then. They also discovered New York. So aise kafi interesting history hai inki, to know that this is where it all, the merchant trade started from. Interestingly, cacao beans भी आज भी यहाँ पे grind किए जाते हैं. So the cacao beans that come from the world, globally, जहाँ से भी source होते हैं, mostly from African countries, South American countries, they come here, they grind it and then provided or sent to a lot of countries like Belgium, Switzerland, Although industrialization के बाद, obviously the output from a lot of these manufacturing plants became very quick, but फिर भी in windmills को अभी तक they've kept the tradition alive just for the sake of obviously tourism and to provide jobs to these medieval times की जिनके old times से जिनके businesses चले आ रहे हैं, just to give them business.
1607, and he was built in 1607 as a water pumping mill, and that's the mill upstairs. And since 1672 this one is an oil mill. Now I can make oil from seeds or nuts, and sometimes I make linseed oil, and that oil is used to make paint. But what we have most of the time, there are peanuts. Okay, do you know why it's not working? Yeah, it's totally nothing, no wind. It only works by the wind, eh? Yeah, okay. Okay, so when there is enough wind, then it starts on the stones with grinding the peanuts for about 20 minutes. And after 20 minutes, I have something, that looks a little bit like a flour, like a paste. And that's what I need. So when this part is finished, now then I let down a scraper, that's this one. So normally it's hanging about here. But when I let him down, then he collects everything from under the stones. So he brings it to this side. And when I open the stone floor on the other side and the scraper passed by, then it just drops there. So the only thing I do with the stones, that's grinding. Now, and the stones, they were replaced in 1825, and then they started with a weight of 5 ton, that's 5,000 kilo. That was still here. Now, at the moment, they are half the size, 2.5 ton each, and it's blue basalt, and that's rock from Belgium. And we have to import the stone from Belgium, because here in Holland we have no rock. Yeah. Have you understand this? Yes. Yeah.
And the other interesting thing is, during the 16th, 17th, 18th century, there used to be over 30,000 windmills at a time, just in Netherlands, which is down to just 1,000. वो सिर्फ 1,000 रखा हुआ है just for obviously tourism purposes, giving small time farmers jobs, just for that purpose. Otherwise, अब सिर्फ 1,000 बचे हैं. Obviously, because industries have cut down the output time to few days, weeks maybe. What these could take months, even today, आज भी months लगते हैं, because obviously they rely on wind to do their jobs and manual labor. There is nothing electronic, there is nothing that requires machinery to do their job. It's all done manually. So obviously for that reason, इनका जो output time है वो काफी time लगता है. But we are now heading to another village, जो beautiful village है. So this was just the windmill tour. This is just part 1, leg 1 of this tour. इसके बाद जाएंगे leg 2, which is a small village.
इसके बाद वी हेडेड इनसाइड अ विंडमिल, जहाँ पे हमको काफ़ी इन डेप्थ नॉलेज दिया गया ऑफ हाउ द विंडमिल यूज्ड टू वर्क अर्लियर बैक इन द डेज, एंड आज किस तरह यूज़ किया जाता है विंडमिल, उसका पूरा डेमोन्स्ट्रेशन करके हमको दिखाया, विच वाज अ 20-25 मिनट का रफ टूर. एंड उसके बाद दे आस्क्ड अस टू वॉक अराउंड द एरिया. तो ये काफ़ी क्यूट एंड इंटरेस्टिंग सा क्लॉग मेकिंग, वुडन शू मेकिंग डेमोन्स्ट्रेशन था. कुछ 15 से 20 मिनट लगे इनको दिखाने के लिए, एंड दे शोड अस एग्जैक्टली हाउ दे यूज़ टू, और दे यूज़ टू नहीं, अभी भी आज तक ये सेम ओल्ड मशीन्स यूज़ करते हैं जो अर्ली 1900s में थी इनके पास. अलॉन्ग विद दोज ओल्ड मशीन्स दे ऑल्सो यूज्ड अ स्टीम इंजन टू शो अस एग्जैक्टली हाउ दीज वुडन ब्लॉक्स वुड बी टर्न इनटू शूज़, जो फार्मर्स एंड बिकॉज दिस वाज अ डच फिशिंग विलेज अर्लियर, फार्मर्स से लेके जो फिशरमैन थे वो भी ये पहना करते थे. काफ़ी इंटरेस्टिंग था. आई सॉ किड्स हैविंग अ गुड टाइम, अ गुड लर्निंग एक्सपीरियंस इफ़ यू हैव किड्स.
Reason why people in the Netherlands still wear the wooden shoes until this day, because it rains a lot here. Got the morning dew, so the grass is wet. Farmers, they need to walk in the fields without getting their feet all wet, and wooden shoes still keep the feet warm. Right. Another thing, if you live on the farm, you might have animals. For example, I walk on my farm, la 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 la, cow comes by, stands on a bit, no problem, because it's also a really good safety. Alright, back in the day, they used to make it all by hand, with knives like this, for the outside of the shoe.
इसके बाद हमें ले जाया गया टू द शू म्यूज़ियम, जहाँ पे भिन्न भिन्न प्रकार के शूज़ थे, डिफरेंट साइजेस, काफ़ी इंटरेस्टिंग डिज़ाइंस, काफ़ी इंटरेस्टिंग आर्ट वर्क ऑन देम, प्रीटी इंटरेस्टिंग, बट इट्स नॉट वर्थ बाइंग एंड देन गेटिंग देम बैक टू योर होम कंट्री जहाँ आप ट्रैवल कर रहे हो. सो हमने काफ़ी शूज़ ट्राई किए जस्ट फॉर द सेक ऑफ ट्राइंग, बट वी डिडंट बाय एनीथिंग. It's a wooden block, right? You can't really carry these back if you have a heavy luggage. इसके बाद हमें ले जाया गया टू द फेरी. द फेरी वॉक वाज जस्ट अबाउट 5 minutes फ्रॉम दिस क्लॉग मेकिंग फैक्ट्री. वहाँ से हम लोग गए फेरी से द नेक्स्ट स्टॉप विच इज़ वॉलेंडम.
And for today, I would like to explain to you how we make our traditional homemade cheese. And the grater, we grate cheese for our favorite pastas, pizzas, nachos, carbonaras, pizzas, pancakes, burgers, cheeseburgers, sandwiches, breakfast, lunch, brunch, dinner, also for our second breakfast, second lunch, and dinner, and vegetables, and etc. It's really nice and easy.
After this informative talk, we went upstairs to the cheese store. And if you love cheese, believe me, this is the right place for you. A lovely store filled with a variety of Dutch cheeses, Edam and Gouda, two of my favorites. There are a variety of other cheeses. आपको numerous options देते हैं वहाँ पे. Plates full of sample cheeses along with spreads and dips जो आप खरीद भी सकते हैं at the end of the tour. We left then to walk around the cobbled streets of Volendam. Few moments later, we were taken to a waffle making experience, जहाँ हमने tasting session भी experience किया, and post that we went spending our time at the harbour enjoying this beautiful sunset. Our day ending at Volendam has been nothing short of magical. From the delicious food to the charming streets and stunning views, this village has left an indelible mark on us. I hope you've enjoyed this virtual tour as much as we have enjoyed exploring the small towns around Amsterdam. Thank you for joining us on this adventure. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay updated on our future travels. Until next time, keep exploring, and I'll see you in the next vlog. Bye!